Good news, it's gross outside, which in theory means that the casuals will stay home. In practice, it seems to mean like that sign back there had logos on it, a bunch of like, welcome this company whose logo you saw on a 5-story building next to the freeway on the way here. Welcome this other company. Basically, I think that when they see that the weather is going to be weird for a weekend, they just sell a bunch of discounted group tickets real fast. So this might not affect lines at all. However, I am here at opening. I am here to do a couple of things today. One of them is to develop sort of opinions about roller coasters that coaster enthusiasts have. That's, you know, the sort of person who calls other people casuals. But because I have gotten here early enough, my entire plan has been shattered and must be remade, forged anew. My friends, I am heading to the back of the park, the back of Rivertown, so that I may partake in a tradition that I have looked down on. For my visits so far, I have made more than one visit. I didn't film them all. I have looked down upon those who headed right to the back of the park for the one roller coaster. Also, it's a roller coaster I rode before, but that was when I was 12. And they've done a lot of work on it. And also, it's just time to be thinking about it. And I also came here today to decide which is my favorite between Orion and Diamondback. So I don't want to give either of them first ride privilege. And I think the Beast will be a nice... There, I spoiled it. Yes. My friends, let's start with a nice gentle one. You know, the American lager of roller coasters. Yes, we are deigning to do it. We're putting an end to the snobbery. Today, the first ride of the day is the Beast. I remember the Beast having kind of its own whole long walk up back in the day, and now it just kind of has, you're in the thick of everything else, and you turn the corner, and there's these, which feels very like normal ride sized, which is a little disappointing in certain ways. So, all right. So the building here is low-key kind of cool and has been for a while, I think. Also, there's more of this action, which I love. What could go wrong? I guess I'm going to be on the first train of the day because they're testing right now, which is kind of fun. I've been talking about rope drop this whole time. They don't. It's dropped. It's been dropped. It dropped years ago. They dropped it right here. Yeah, it's good. It really is good. It's like taking a roller coaster through a huge city park. A lot of roller coasters, for me, is visual. And that may come up again today. Spoilers. But shit damn, how are you going to retrack all of the ride except for the final helix? Like, you know, I was doing so well for 2/3 of that ride, 3/4 of that ride, and then, I mean, and that tunnel was awesome. I would never want to give it up. But now I have a headache. What am I going to do? And the answer is I'm going to ride Diamondback because low-key I wanted to lose this competition because whoever wins, I have to buy the t-shirt. And I think Diamondback is not very attractive. I don't know if that was a shot. And this is what's left of the receiver for my little microphone. Fortunately, it was able to come out of the phone. That was irresponsible of me. I meant to jam my phone into my pocket upside down, and I just forgot. And now that thing is gone, and I am fortunate that they don't build the rides here kind of right on top of each other, because, yeah, the reason you don't take loose articles on the phone is this. Yeah, they don't let you take your phone out in your hand. You got to secure things because these rides nowadays throw some forces. And that could have been a projectile that hurt somebody if there was like a track from another ride underneath it and a ride vehicle happened to be right there. Like, yeah, that was bad. Also, now I have bad sound again. I was all ready to crow about the beauty of a light sprinkling of rain on your face as you ascend a 200-foot tall coaster and get massive airtime. Well, having brought the party down, why don't I talk about what I came here to talk about? Something I've been noticing this season at Kings Island is that something is a little missing for me here that I've become used to at theme parks. Empty spaces and attempts at theming that don't really make sense when you look too closely. Parts of the park that seem neglected and strange. Like, I really value the liminal spaces in theme parks, and most parks have them. Disney parks have them. Epcot has apparently all of them. And there just aren't that many here, which may have to do with the fact that it is one of the best theme parks of its kind in the country, and may also just have to do with the fact that it's always crowded here. I could show you so many shots I've been trying to get of cool, creepy liminal areas in the park, and then here's a person. Damn it. Like, most of what I learned about liminality as an aesthetic from is like those pictures of disused office space or the corner of a hotel. Things that seem to make people ask when they find themselves there. They make you ask, wait, why am I here? And then they have that added thing of like that existential question of like, low-key, why are you anywhere? And maybe I've just always been imagining this at theme parks, because like, we know why everything that's here is here. It's here because somebody wanted to make us happy with it at one point. Also, it's frustrating that these days parks can take their old forgotten things that they don't want to take down, and they have the excuse that they can always use them for a haunted house at Halloween time. This, by the way, was the station for the late, apparently lamented by some, hyper wooden roller coaster Son of Beast, which was always a rough, poorly constructed ride, and had a relatively short life at the park. As a result of Son of Beast, you have things remaining in the park, such as this bit of line, which doesn't lead anywhere. Even this doesn't really have that liminal vibe. Like, it seems at best kind of like a sixth finger, you know, like something that would be here if the entire park was rendered by AI or something. Not because it understood the structure of a theme park, but just because this seems like the kind of thing that might go here. As long as I'm back here, I'm gonna go ahead and ride this thing, because I do like these a lot, and there's very few of them left in the world. Well, I used to think that those rides were inherently smoother because of the swinging, and nope. It's fun though, I like it. And then of course you have places like this, which are literally liminal in between, because all parks have those. Liminality at theme parks kind of throws you right back against the questions I was talking about last time. Just core things of what is a theme park, what's it for? If you're having a day at a theme park, that's a liminal day, isn't it? In between life and recreation and just having fun in a park, and something that's kind of a product and a lot of really weird, rare forms of stimulation. Something that's in between you and your money. Yeah, we're gonna have to get serious about theme parks and capitalism at some point. I still don't think we're there. I gotta go reapply my sunscreen, and I wanna get at least one more ride on each Diamondback and Orion. We gotta make a call here. We gotta make tough decisions. I want to talk briefly about this situation where they made Squishmallows for custom bits of the park, or things that are iconic to the park, like apparently the blue ice cream here. This guy's for Mystic Timbers. This is Diamondback. I don't know this one. And I just want to say that they have one, of course, for the Beast. Except that all these guys, as you can see, have names. And the Beast's name is Jeff. It's Jeff. It's Jeff the Beast. I don't even know why that makes me so angry. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I rode that. Whatever, I shot a bunch of footage of it last time. I'm not doing it again. I really think whether Orion or Diamondback is better depends on what you want out of airtime. You know, like if you want to be thrown out of your seat again and again, then Diamondback has that. And it might have a little more force on the airtime. I don't know, I just kind of like this better. It's more re-rideable. And again, the visuals are just, like that's just a beautiful coaster. Maybe I'm a filthy casual. Maybe I just prefer a longer, less boom, 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 boom experience. Oh. Yeah, okay. Diamondback is better. But look, I'm about to show you. Look here. But look at this. I can't buy this. It's not my colors. The logo is trash. This over here is just objectively better for me. It just is. Today is a day of difficult conclusions. Liminality is an aesthetic dead end. A way for us to deny the carelessness with which we treat our everyday lives. Theme parks are good places to be around a lot of people. And the best ride in the park doesn't have to be your favorite.